new here, today's video is just going to be another day in the life with a little bit of everything thrown in. I actually just got a package earlier today, and it is some fall items that I wanted to share. I ordered them way back in August. Today is actually September, I guess I should say tonight is September 12th. But I wanted to show y'all what I got because it's fall related, and I rarely purchase things for myself that's not like essentials. So when I do, I like to share it because I like watching other people's vlogs and stuff like that. Tomorrow I have to go into town to get a flu shot and go to the post office and a couple other things. So I figured if I'm gonna vlog then anyways, I guess I am, that I would go ahead and show y'all these shirts that I got. So rather than having to remember all this information, this is a package from Love and Faith, and I have bought from them before. I bought some Christmas shirts years ago. I'm so bad about needing clothes really badly, whether I gain or lose weight, and I never buy enough. So I saw they had a pre-Labor Day sale, and I went ahead and ordered some shirts because most of them are like $7 to $10. So I ordered several, so now each year I can wear these like August through November. And then I have some Christmas shirts. I always wear those November through January. So basically I just need t-shirts in general, and I thought, why not get the fall ones? I will say though, if you're ordering from them, just go ahead and expect shipping delays. This took forever to come in. I think it was 3 or 4 weeks. Last year it was not like that. So be advised if you order that it very well might take a while. And every time I checked in, they kept saying like, we're sorry, we're working on your order, it's just taking a while, the sale was huge. Also, one of the shirts that I ordered ended up going out of stock, which was disappointing, but I mean, at least I got these. I did order the largest size because I want to have room for them to be roomy. I like having the baggier shirts and you can tie them up, but here's this one. It's not necessarily all prints that I love, I guess. Some of them I really like. Some are just like, okay, sure, it works. But for $7 to $10, you can't beat it. But this is one of them. It says Farm Fresh hand-picked pumpkins, and it has the little leopard details. And I love leopard. I don't like it incorporated into fall necessarily, except for in clothing. But this is cute. And like I said, these are all the 4X. I got the really big ones. I think they go from size small or extra small up to 4X. This one's just a little fall floral bow. It says fall vibe. This one is, let's see. Oh, okay. So this one is Choose Joy. I got something. They didn't have many general prints that weren't like seasonally specific. So this was the only one that they had in my size. I went ahead and chose it because I needed t-shirts. But I thought that one was really cute. I'm not big into like beach or coastal things, so this works for me. This isn't either of those. And then I got Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. This also has the leopard design. I felt so guilty buying these that I almost canceled the order over and over, but I kept going in my closet and realizing how many things that I needed to get rid of because they didn't fit or have been worn out. And I just made myself not cancel it. But this one's also a long sleeve, which I really needed. And then this one just says Cozy Season. I really like that. That's cute. I think this one would be cute if it were a sweatshirt. And this one just says Love Fall, y'all. I'm so excited to wear this. It's going to take a while because it's so hot in Louisiana. We have a train going by, of course. It says Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. And this is Sherpa. This is like kind of silky. And then the sequin. And I'm so excited. I have not owned a sweater that fit me properly in I don't know how many years. And I was trying to get Willow a few, but they didn't have anything, and this was the only one, and it was marked down to 4 maybe. And then this one's just got tons of little fall sayings and things on there. I like that one a lot too. And then the last one says Just a Girl Who Loves Fall. I'm not big on bows and ribbons, but had coffee in the hat and all that. Had to get it. So on that note, I gotta get this kitchen cleaned up and everything and get to bed. It's 9:35 and I need to wake up early because I got a lot of stops I have to make. Also, if I have time, I'm planning to go by Hobby Lobby. Willow got money for her birthday, and she wanted a pink Christmas tree this year in her room. She's only ever had the white fiber optic one. She's had that last year and year before that. I think my mom bought her that one. So that's the only tree she's ever had in her room. And we were in there the other day and they had the pink ones and she was asking to buy it, but it was still full price. And it was like the, I think the 1 foot, and we need the 2 or the 3. But they're pretty inexpensive. So I reminded her that we never got her a tree. Did she want to get that? So she said yes. So the plan is, if we have time, I have to run by the bank, run by the package store, run in Hobby Lobby, let her get her tree, and she wants to look at some decorations for it. I think their Christmas is already marked down. It's way early, but always buy ahead because if it sells out, you're not going to get it. And I found my little welcome fall color sign. I think I used to put it here, but I kind of want to see if it'll fit here. I really hate this spot and the cluttery look, but it's real life, and when you're in a mobile home you have to use the space that you have. Hold on, let me free through it. It's kind of blocking the letters, but I think I kind of like it like that a little bit. Just a little welcome sign. I also remembered to put the fall screensaver on our Roku TV, so we don't have channels. We don't have cable or anything. We just use the Roku box, and at night it's just a whole cozy little vibe going on in here when the light. Next morning, and I'm getting ready to leave, and I put on one of the new shirts. I picked one of the ones that had a more I don't know, a neutral print to it, because I felt like it's gonna be 90 degrees today and I don't want to be too harshly judged for walking out head to toe in my fall attire and it being that hot. I don't care what people think, but I just thought this is a good transitional, and it says fall on it, but also you could mistake it for just a typical t-shirt. I wanted to show, I got the 4X in these. I have a 4X. I actually have like 2 4X t-shirts from this brand, and it's the same, like, I don't know the material, but it's a really silky like t-shirt, cottony feel. But I have 2 shirts in this size, and I have not lost weight compared to these when I got the last shirts in this size. And I'm actually really disappointed because I don't want to go through return process. What is going on? You know those days where you just wake up and you do your hair and it falls the right direction, and you get dressed and your clothes fit you just right, and it's an outfit that makes you feel confident, and the birds are singing, the sun is shining, all the good things are happening, and you just know it's going to be a good day. And today I woke up and it is not one of those days. I do not feel, I don't like the way my shirt fits. I don't like the way my hair turned out. And I mean, like, I do the same little clip up hairdos and stuff all the time, but it's got all these little weird points and stuff, and I hate it. Like, it's driving me nuts. I know I'm going to end up in line at the bank or in a drive-through and be sitting there waiting and thinking, oh, you know what I could do in this time? I could put my hair back up different and maybe end up liking it better. And then I'll take my hair down really fast, put my hair back up, think I'm going to like it more, only to realize it looks worse, and then have to rush because suddenly someone's knocking on my door or my window, bringing me my order, or telling me that I'm next in line, whatever. Yeah, I'm not feeling the look this day, and I am so behind. I intended to get out of here at like, well, I intended to wake up at about 7:30 or whatever. I did not go to bed till after 4 a.m. And then when I did go to bed, I only slept like 4 hours, but I woke up at like 10, so incredibly late, incredibly behind. I don't know. I'm hoping that this day pans out well. And I was actually planning to go get my flu shot as well. There's such a glare here. I was planning to go get my flu shot as well, and that is not happening because I had it scheduled for 12:45. It's 11:30. My plan was that I had to go to the bank, the package store, Super One to get something that's on sale, Hobby Lobby for Willow to look at her stuff, and I needed to get something. I remember something else I needed to get there. I was going to go to TJ Maxx because my wallet tore up forever ago, and I have had that wallet for like 4 years. Needed to go there to get a new one. Then I think I had another stop I'm forgetting already. Then I was going to go to Hobby Lobby, then go to Target, get my flu shot at Target, get some things out of Target that I needed. After Target, go to Sam's, got to get some rotisserie chickens, different things. So I planned to do everything but the Sam's trip before the 12:45 appointment at the pharmacy. Not one single thing of that has been accomplished or happened. So I rescheduled the appointment. I'm going to go next week. I don't want my whole day being ruined by being behind or not getting anything done. I also have not eaten yet, and that is not a good combination to go get some kind of medication, whatever, and do it on an empty stomach. So it's not a big deal. We're just now at the point where the flu season is, I guess, picking up or getting near or whatever. We can do it another day. Okay. And I have so many little random things. I think after this point, I'm not going to talk anymore in this vlog since it's been so chatty. I'll just show y'all some clips in the store. And then when I get home, I think I'm going to make it a goal that I do this cabinet because I really want it done, and I feel like that cabinet ties everything together. And I need to take down the birthday decorations, so I don't know if I'll vlog that part, but I'm going to do my best to get this cabinet over here done. The only thing is I either need to wait, hold out, and buy some real pumpkins for it, or I could just go ahead and invest probably about $10 in like one of those bags of pumpkins for it. Probably end up doing that because the real pumpkins are going to go bad anyways. But I'm hoping this day goes good. You just wake up with those moods and you know things are not going the way that you intended. But then you think about all the good things and that you're very blessed. And there's so many things that have worked in your favor. And I feel like that is motivating to have a good day. So I'm going to do my best to have a good day. I have to get some meat products. And I won't be able to come straight home. So putting like every ice block we own pretty much in this Aldi bag and gonna just close it up and hope for the best. I didn't show what we got at Hobby Lobby yesterday. This is the little scarecrow Willow was picking out. She was spending her birthday money and she wanted one for her room. I thought this one was really cute. It looks like fall or winter. It's got the little winter hat and it's just really cute. But this is the one she picked and it sits like, well, if you had it like on a shelf, it would sit up good. And then she picked these ornaments for her tree. We still have all the ornaments that I originally bought for the tree in her room. I showed these in the store, but I wasn't really buying anything. I was getting the specific things I went after, and I was really drawn to these. They tie into like the, I don't know what to call the theme that I really like in a home. It's like a mixture of a vintage farmhouse, just a cozy, comfortable home, cottage, a little bit of everything. I don't know, kind of maybe something that reminds you of like your mom's house, your grandma's house on a farm. Anyways, I think these will be cute in my bedroom because I want to do like a gallery wall in there. Oh, that was another thing. My ring is, my actual wedding rings are missing stones, need to be repaired, all that. And I've been wearing these little cheap painted type ones and they had turned my finger green. So I was in a hurry and I thought, oh, wait a minute, I needed to grab another ring. And I grabbed the only one they had in an 8. It's actually very big. I don't really like a gaudy ring. I like a small band stacked. But it is nicer. It does feel smooth and everything. So I got that. Got these. Everything was 40% off. It was crazy. The Christmas was 50 off and fall was 40. So this was a good deal on these. And even though these are fall, I think I'm going to leave them up year round. But when I decorate my room, I will show it like fall decorating. And then one of the original fall decor pieces that I got, I was probably like, I don't know, 8, 9 years ago. Hobby Lobby had these. And at the time, I think this big pick of these was probably like $4. Now it's $9.99. But again, 40 off. And they have been just battered and beaten up to the point that I wanted another one. I just really like this one. So I still have to do some other areas in the home. In the home. Over the refrigerator in that vase, I want to put some things. And I think I'll put those in it. So I got one more of those. They definitely lasted a long time. And the thing that I actually intended to buy was the little miniature wreaths for over my stove. And those little hooks up there are what I've always hung wreaths on. And I keep forgetting to go back and look at vlogs. But I know I had mini fall wreaths on there last year and I cannot find them. So Willow told me she liked these better than just the plain leaf ones. And I think that's probably the better choice anyways, because I might end up with a piece of leaf garland up there and it just sort of breaks it up. So I like those. I got 2 of them. And then I did say before I left that I wanted real pumpkins to go in the cabinet with the picture frames and everything by our front door. And I just think like maybe it makes more sense to just buy one of these little boxes mixed up and maybe end up with a pumpkin or 2 like that Willow's painted or something and put it in the cabinet. Ugh, why can I not grab anything? But this one was cute. It had a little bit of everything kind of mixed up and I like the ones that had the black splotches on it. I want to say this was about $5 for this whole little box. And then this is just a pick. I try to grab 1 or 2 picks and a few garlands each year while I build my stuff up. And these end up being about $1.50 or so. And if you go and buy just one of the foam pumpkins, sometimes that's how much they cost. So I like to have these to sort of fill in areas on shelves and stuff. And that one was cute. I also got these little parchment leaves. If I can get it out of the bag. It's just a little parchment paper in the shape of a leaf. But I want to do a charcuterie board. Right now I'm about to do my wreaths up there on that cabinet. My lovely bed head and robe. I also finished making the pumpkin sauce. This one's a little more watered down and more milk than I normally use. But I was in a hurry and didn't pay attention. But I like making this every year. I think I mentioned that Michael does not drink iced coffee. But when I make pumpkin sauce, he will drink that if I put a ton of it in his cup. This is good for hot or ice, but I specifically like it with the iced. Oh well, you'll be okay. No, can you pick all your toys up in the living room, please? Ah! Oh, come on. Don't want to get the ladder for a stupid wreath, man.
think Willow knew better than me because I was going to get leaf garland type ones, and those look so much better and they look more appropriate for a cabinet to me. Speaking of cabinets, I've contemplated, I want so bad to paint my cabinets. Like, I don't want straight white, but it's that stupid, I think it's like MDF wood and paper or something. I don't know, but I know good and well that paint will not stick no matter what I do, so I just keep trying to find ways to lighten everything around it up. And then 2 years ago, I shared a vlog. I painted this back wall that sort of, it comes off blue, but it's actually a green color. And then like a few months after that, I accidentally steamed the paint off of that portion of the wall. So I need to replace it, but I haven't yet. I kind of like the weathered look, but it's just too large of an area that has the paint peeled. So maybe before I do my Christmas decoration, I don't know, when I get a little bit of time, I will cover that spot back up. Still have to do over the fridge over there. I actually am just over the whole look. There's clutter up there, but I'm over the whole look of the shelf. I just want to change everything. I like the picture, that's new, but I'm over everything else.